Hello and welcome to Destination Divergence episode 16. Where we last left off, the strangers were wandering through some ruins they found. They took a quick nap within, fought off some lightning bolts, pillaged the entire place, and have come across a very large door at the back of a stage-like area in the middle of an auditorium type place deep within these ruins. Yeah, I think that's the briefest summary I can give you. So you were all standing outside this very large door. I don't think anyone has opened it yet. I could be mistaken on that, but I know we ended last episode before you entered the door.
Well, does anybody have stuff that they thought of that they wanted to do before we start crashing down doors?
I think we should get a layout of the place first.
Do we have a map?
Oh yeah, do we have a map?
Drost has... What is it?
I was more asking Jordan.
This is an excellent question. Do any of you have cartography tools?
I've got a map of Gult, which is on a... I'm trying to find the name of the magic item.
Probably a spell shard?
It's a spell shard, and I also have my own personal spell shard that I take notes on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure I have paper.
So that's why I just named it crafting notes. But it's a spell shard. Yep.
So my original plan was to not give you guys a map of this place until somebody had teleport, but now I'll say if somebody gets cartography tools and or proficiency in them, then you could make a map of the place.
If only we had...
This is my excuse for laziness.
If only we had one or more people capable of forging whatever tools they wanted at any point.
If only.
True.
Are they good at using them, though?
Do that.
You can magically create one. Ooh, I can do that.
Oh, great. Okay, then proficiency. I don't know.
We are not leaving.
I'll go back to my original plan of when you guys actually have reason to come back here. Because there's a lot of maps to create and I did not have time.
Guess I'm taking proficiency in calligraphy tools for level
cartography tools. Calligraphy tools would be good too for tattoos, though. Hey.
That map will look dope and very inaccurate.
It'll be carved into stone.
There we go.
Yeah, I have Tinker's tools. Can I make a map out of wire?
Oh my god.
Might set a fairly high DC for that one.
DC 45 tinkering check. But
yeah,
man,
exactly.
That goes on the Etsy store.
So no, I can give you a brief overview of the location, though. There was this room you were in before with the four halls in each direction. One of the halls had a few more, I don't know, cozy rooms in there. There was like offices, there was a forge, there was a library, things like that. And the one door at the end of the hall that you haven't managed to figure out the safe within yet. The other halls to the east and west on this map were, looks like lots of manacles and probably prisoners were kept there. The hall to the south were a lot of statues along a pathway leading to a large door that led into the auditorium you're in now. The auditorium had another door leading out that had a hallway with lots of housing, lots of rooms, bedding. Well, the bedding is mostly rotted away at this point, but you can tell that's what the point of the rooms were, with two hallways blocked off by rubble and one room at the end that was a teleportation circle. And that's kind of the overview of the whole place so far.
Alright, so Drost's to-do list says forge, vault, statues, copy down teleportation circle, map, and excavate rubble. That's what I got.
Yeah. Leroy's includes rebuilding the forge, mapping the place out, and opening that safe.
Let's go through this last door first, though.
Yeah, let's. And those two collapsed passageways.
All right.
Alright, remind me what the door looks like.
So it's a fairly large door, not as large as the gigantic doors you guys encountered earlier in the large hallways leading to this auditorium, but still very large. It's probably, 15 feet high, if not a little taller. But it looks fairly well kept, and this is one of the areas of the auditorium that still has these ever-burning torches scattered around that are keeping it well lit. So this door as well looks fairly well kept.
I'll reach up and grab the handle. Is it locked?
It does not appear to be. As you just lean on the door slightly, it does budge a little bit. You don't have to put much effort into it, but you can tell it will open if you do.
Alright. I'll go ahead and push through and look at what's inside.
Okay. So as you begin to crack the door open a little bit more, you notice the light coming from inside the door. Well, first of all, there is some light coming from inside the door, but it's kind of a more eerie blue color, almost like a moldy color of light, if that makes sense, coming through the crack in the door. And it's fairly faint. Because of the torches around you, you can hardly see it, but there's enough of it there that you can tell there's blue coming from this door. As you creak it one farther, you can see into the room. The entire room has this faint blue glow coming from something I'll describe in a minute, but it's not lit by torches. There are 6 large pillars going down this room that's very slightly longer than it is wide, and it's, by your first estimation looking in, probably about 100 feet wide.
Are those pillars in one row or two, or one column or two?
2 columns, 3 on each side.
Okay.
They're probably 15-foot wide pillars.
Oh, them's thick boys.
Before we walk in, I'm gonna glance around and see if I can spot A, something alive, or B, something that's gonna explode, shoot me, or smash me.
Well, I haven't finished describing the very obvious. Describing the very obvious things in the room. Okay. Scattered around, probably 80% of the floor is covered by bones. Just piles of bones. Large bones, small bones, medium bones. Just bones. Skeletons everywhere. They're all mismatched. It's hard to really call them skeletons because the bones don't seem to match to the other bones that they're near. It's just a big mess. In the middle of the room, well, roughly the middle, is some kind of pedestal. You can't quite make out what's on it from here, but it looks to be ruined, and there are a few other smaller pedestals around it. Shortly behind that is a very large throne with a very large skeleton sitting on it. And that's the room.
That skeleton, does it seem like it's actively sitting there, or like if it sat there for a while and it's just sort of still there?
Make me a perception check.
I will do that with the some number of dice that I finally found at home. Alright, perception. Oh, I'm not good at it. Oh, crit. 23.
Nice. Okay. So even from this far distance, you with your very long range dark vision, because it's lit in here, but it's pretty dim light, and the blue light seems to be coming from kind of almost underneath the bones scattered around the room, as well as the skeleton itself. You can see has kind of crystals have started to form on the outside of the skeleton. These pale blue, just little shards of crystal, as he's also holding a very large crystal in one hand, the same shade of blue. But it appears that he has been sitting there for a while as these formations have formed on him.
Growing over him? Like mold, or out of him?
Hard to tell from this distance, even with that check.
Dang.
Well, Dross will look back to the party. It seems we found the remains of the last inhabitants. And I'll take like 2 steps in and take another look around.
Another 2 steps in?
Careful.
Yeah.
Okay,
These crystals do seem to grow.
How about I give you guys the map?
Oh, I thought you were going to say, how about I give you 3d6 bludgeoning damage?
Nope, there is your map. Welcome to
Well,
Big Room.
that's...
Necrotic damage. Oh, baby.
That's a lot of bones.
Couple.
That's like
Big bone
sufficient number of bones.
Oh, Jesus.
It's a dope map.
Did anyone
Thanks.
bring a broom?
I think we'll need a couple of
no.
brooms for this mess.
We're going to need to do lots of sweeping.
This one might be a 2-day kind of broom deal.
Hmm.
Alright, let's stick together, but not too close.
Yes, I agree.
I'm gonna go ahead and start approaching that ruined table.
Okay.
We're so tiny in here.
Let me know at which point I get ambushed.
At no point do you get
Yeah.
ambushed. You can walk all the way up.
I will
Okay,
slowly
in that
keep
case.
following along.
Here, and I'll
No
start,
ambush. Okay.
as one would say, investigating the table.
I will help and guide.
So, Drost, you again recognize some of these runes to be giant script, although they're writing magic, not natural language. And from your brief glance over it, it looks familiar to me. It looks familiar to you, rather. Can you make a investigation check with all of the goodies that have been given to you?
Yeah. And you know, everything I'm pointing out, I'll go ahead and read out loud so everybody can understand it.
Sure.
Sorry. That was a nat 20, so
Yeah.
25.
25, yeah. So you recognize a lot of the patterns of runes here match the one you saw in the one room earlier, the disc that seemed to regenerate things.
Yep. A lot of this seems similar to the other room. Perhaps it repairs, perhaps it's similar, but it could be opposite. Be careful what you put on top.
Similar to which one?
The disc you threw patch on before.
Yeah, the other
Gotcha.
one of those things. I'm trying to look at what I have real quick, just see if there's something I can toss on to that rope. I'm gonna toss the rope on and see what happens to it. The rope that snapped when we were pulling on the.
All right. So you
Yeah.
pulled a couple snapped fragments of rope out, kind of coil them up, and drop in the middle. The rope sits there for a second, and another second. Nothing really seems to happen.
All right, I'll definitely check out the pillars around it as well.
All right, so on the four corners there are just smaller pedestals. There are these pentagon shapes kind of pointing at it. These don't have any runes on them. They just seem to be small pedestals for something. Hard to tell what without knowing the deeper magics involved here.
Perhaps for holding something. And there's no pockets around it for notes or.
Nope. This whole setup seems a lot more ornate than the one you saw previously, as if it's more finalized.
Okay. Well, at that point, I will approach the skeleton. Does it look giantish in nature?
I want to check that out too, particularly the crystals.
Same.
Drost, I want to say nature check for this. I can't tell if nature or history would be appropriate. I think nature would probably be the most appropriate. I'm trying
nature.
to figure out the species of
Maybe
a
medicine?
corpse.
Ooh.
Medicine might be good too. Your choice.
Proficiency.
I rolled a 7, so that's a 9 for nature.
Yeah, unfortunately for Drost, I mean, it looks like a big skeleton, but you can't tell if it's actually a giant skeleton or just some other creature that happened to be large.
I'll just
19
look at the. Yeah, I was gonna call on them. Can you make any sense of this?
Does a 19 medicine help?
It does. This does appear to be the skeleton of some form of giant to you, Nakarth.
I mean, it definitely seems to be a giant. I don't know what kind, but doesn't seem altered in any way. Perhaps. Well, at least not physically.
Does anyone have any qualms about disturbing the dead?
Uh,
No.
I just
We've gone this far.
worry about what might happen with the rest of the dead once we do. Places like this don't have any
Does
kind
anyone have white paint?
No, I can confidently say I don't have white paint.
Can we
Dang, so
detect
we probably
magic
can't label that
on
door.
the skeleton, please?
I've got a bag of mystery powder. Would you like some of that?
I don't want to know what that is.
I will give you 10 gold to snort some and see what happens.
I am
Not
a
50
robot.
now,
investigation
please.
checks.
This is no time for fun, Trust.
That's a. I mean, Jordan knows what that bag of powder is. I have no idea what it is. Does someone want to? I don't know. Does anyone have detect magic, detect undead,
I have detect magic.
detect evil, detect skeleton horde, something like that?
Yeah,
It's a very
basically.
specific spell.
It's very specific. It's mostly a cleric thing.
I'll do a detect magic as a ritual.
Okay. So you all have 11 minutes while Karik casts Detect Magic.
While he's doing that, can I take a really close but not actually touching look at the crystal? Well, the crystals and the one in his hand. Or
Sure.
her hand.
Give me an investigation check.
All right. I guide myself on it. I don't have any D4s. I'm
Would
still gonna guide
you?
myself.
Would you like to be assisted in that endeavor?
Oh yeah, for sure. You know what? It's easier just to type the thing or do the quickie. D20.
Do the quickie.
D4. All right. So 16. You said that was investigation.
Yes, please.
19.
19. Okay. Just from kind of looking at these crystals and shifting your perspective around to look at them from different angles, they do look like they're growing either into the bones or from the bones. They're definitely embedded into them somehow. Either way. Hard to tell if they grew from the inside or if they grew into the bones, though. Though the crystal in the hand does appear to be a very large shard of crystal of some kind. Can you make me I want to say a nature roll.
Sure. Is this something
Or Arcana roll, actually.
Oh, dope. That's so much better. Is this something I could prepare myself for with guidance and all that crap?
You may.
Great.
What level of self-buffing will you allow for this situation?
Yeah. All right. Well, oh shit. I didn't actually ask if you were helping, so the higher rolls the first one anyway. That's great.
I'm assuming Drost would have anyways, yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, I've helped anyways.
All right.
I'm
So
curious.
that's a 24.
24. So the crystal in his hand does appear to be a very large dragon shard. Specifically, a Kyber dragon shard.
Oh,
So deep
that's
blue.
useful.
And it's
Does
got
Kyber
these
just
kind
mean
of...
deep blue?
What's up?
Does Kyber just mean deep blue, or is that a more important word?
So there are three kinds of dragon shards. There are Eberron dragon shards, Kyber dragon shards, and Sybaris dragon shards. Basically, earth shards, like hell shards, and heaven shards, if you want to think of them that way. Kyber is the like underworld variety.
Okay.
Often found deep underground or near layers of magma, and they're typically used in binding magic.
Oh. I relay this information.
So, just to describe it a little better, it's a deep blue with these kind of cracks or veins that kind of wrap around the outside and inside as well, as if it's made up of lots of smaller segments fused together. These veins are a little bit brighter than the darker rest of the crystal. Looks like a web of lines and veins spreading out across the thing. As you notice this, you notice the rest of the crystals embedded in the skeleton are of the same shade.
So first of all, everyone else, feel free to cut in and do some exploring.
Yeah. Sort of dominating right now.
Yeah. Secondly, there are crystals growing out of the big skeleton. Are there any crystals growing out of any of the other skeletons?
Make me an investigation check.
I would like to help.
Personally, I don't want to get too close to these.
So with a large group, with a large amount of skeletons to inspect, I'm going to say this will be a group check with whoever wants to participate, rather than a single check with advantage from assistance.
Yes.
I will guide as much as is possible.
I rolled a 15, which makes that a 20 for investigation.
Investigation or perception?
I'm going to say investigation for this one. Sorry.
Well,
Oh,
I got a natural 1
Oof.
for a total of 8.
Ooh.
I got a 6.
All right. Those of you who rolled a 15 or higher would be pretty confident in saying there are no other skeletons in here that have crystals growing from them. Although some of them do seem to be emanating that faint blue glow that is lighting up the room. And these tend to be the ones that are buried deeper within the piles or farther away. You can barely see them, but rather than having crystals grow from them, it's almost more like they're being converted into this material.
You know, there's a chance this ritual could have been the thing to do this to everyone.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should be cautious about activating it.
Yep.
With that
I
in
would
mind,
agree.
I'm going to look for a means to activate the ritual.
Okay.
All right, where are you looking specifically?
Mostly on back to the pedestal and the pillars around it. I'm not going to start sorting through bones yet.
Okay. Make me an investigation check.
Okay. 21.
All right. So looking around, you can definitely see that though there are not very many, if any at all, obvious runes on the 4 pedestals surrounding the larger pedestal, just the general shape of the larger pedestal really leads you to believe that they have a large amount to do with it. It's hard to tell any more than that, really. There's no levers or switches or obvious runes to press or engage with, or it's just difficult. This is very old magic that you're not very familiar with.
Being someone who
Those 2 words, very frightening together.
yeah, old magic. Yeah. Being someone who crafts things a lot, I would at least assume those outer pedestals are contributing something towards the process in the middle. But it seems like you just place something there, so I would assume that's where either components or fuel sources go. That's it. That's all I got.
That tracks.
We'll just wait for the detect magic to be done, I guess.
All right, anyone else have anything to do while the magic is being cast? All right, so the 11 minutes pass. It's probably about half past already as the investigation checks have happened. So, Kark, you have successfully finished casting Detect Magic. As you do, you see the bright blue glow all around you just get brighter as pretty much all of the sources on the light, all of the sources of light in the room are magical. The pedestal in the middle and all 4 around it are also very magical. And the skeleton and throne up north are also very magical. Most of the bones scattered around the room are not magical, though. Just the ones that are glowing.
You said most of the bones are not magical?
Yes, just the ones that are glowing.
Seems as though only the glowing bones are the ones that are magical. That in the light fixtures. There was one other thing. What was the second thing you said?
The pedestals are magical, and the skeleton on his throne is magical.
Right, and then the throne skeleton and then the pedestal.
Right. Those are magical.
Okay. Well, this room seems like a lot to do all at once. What do we want to look deeper into first.
What do you propose?
Well, I'm still curious about that vault, and honestly, this is going to take a lot of work, and I don't feel like dragging bones for a full day.
It's a fair point.
Do you think we should destroy the skeleton?
I wouldn't say superstitious, but I feel like if we disturb the skeleton, maybe things start to wake up. I was thinking maybe clean out the smaller bones and then deal with the big bones.
It's worth a try.
That's fair.
I agree.
I think that the term isn't superstitious, but judiciously respectful.
Or I wouldn't call it respect.
Fair, fair. Well,
Okay, so this is the point where we need to start designating a leader. Who's gonna start making the fucking decisions around here?
Listen, I'm the head for. I'm gonna take point for conversational stuff. This is not my forte.
You're the head for given head.
Wow.
I'm gonna
More like
show my
morale.
fucking nipples.
More like morale.
Oh no.
Sorry, I apologize.
I say we deal with the vault first.
Yeah, because we've got 3 intelligence-based characters. So one of us. I mean, you guys probably have higher than me.
I don't.
I meant,
I'm an intelligence.
No, I know. I'm kidding.
yeah, I meant Carrick and me less. Because otherwise, Trust is just gonna start giving orders pretty soon.
I don't mind.
Yeah, that's
Why?
fine.
I know
I
you
trust
don't
your
mind.
judgment in these situations.
I'm just a monk, man. I don't know how to set up a fort.
I mean, I'm pretty experienced at setting up forts, but right now we're not in setting up phase.
Yeah,
Why
we're still
don't
in
we
clean out
all?
phase.
Why don't we all take some different tasks for today?
All right.
That's fair.
All right.
What do you suppose?
Not You don't wanna take down big Skelly boy?
You want to do this first? It's okay, we can.
I mean, I'd feel better working on the rest of our little establishment here if we didn't think about the presence of whatever we have here going on.
I was just going to close the door and put it out of my mind, but if you insist, then I'll reach out and pull the crystal out of the skeleton's hand.
Roll for initiative.
Oh, just
What a Leroy Jenkins.
Yeah, what's that now? You
I'm,
wanna do it? Let's
I'm
start initiative.
not going to say anything but roll for initiative. Yep.
It's like you questioned me. All right, we'll do it your way.
Oh! Alright. So, I natty 1 my initiative roll.
Oh, yeah, we're rolling for initiative.
Oh, is that happening?
So Natty won my initiative roll.
But I
got
have a
3, which goes to a 7. Woo.
I have a +0, so I'm at 1.
I'll roll for Nala.
I have a 3, or
I have a 10.
yeah, I have a 3 initiative.
Okay, 3 from Carrick, 10 from Nakarth,
Yeah.
Just go ahead and type it into chat.
17
Big
for
ol'
Nala.
1.
You know, I think this D20 is cursed.
It's a different one.
Milos
Yeah,
and
I feel like
Faye
I threw
did
away my
not
advantage
hear.
die.
Oh, I got a 7.
7, thank you.
I got a 14.
Thank you.
I'm about to get smacked the fuck up by a skeleton.
All right. Yeah, unfortunately for all of you, the skeleton rolled a natural 20 on his initiative.
Oh my god.
And the skeleton had an initiative roll, which
Yep.
is surprising.
So as you attempt to pull this crystal from the skeleton's hand, it doesn't budge, surprisingly for a skeleton, and instead it kind of pulls you back some with a kind of a crackling and a popping as the bones are like kind of forming back together. And Dross, as you look up at it, the skeleton is looking back at you in a different position than it was in before.
That is expected.
The skeleton will immediately reach behind the throne and pull out a scimitar. Very
Okay.
large fucking scimitar. That is, over 10 feet in length. It's ginormous. And he's just gonna smash you with the flat side of it to get you as far away from him as possible.
Alright. This is a shove attack?
So this is a shove attack. Make me an athletics roll.
But I'm so bad at those.
Oh, shut up.
24.
24. Okay, you actually succeed. Barely. With his +5 athletics. So he bashes you with the sword, kind of just not trying to harm you so much as just throw you away. But you hold your ground. You're holding on to this crystal that it's also holding on to, and that gives you enough purchase to stay where you are. So it's just going to actually attack you instead.
Yep.
Does a 21 hit?
It does barely.
It does barely. Okay. Take 15 slashing.
Alright.
It'll attack again. Does a 14 hit?
Not even close.
All right. That is its turn, and in the struggle, I'll say it moved about here, and you didn't go far, Dross, but it just pushed you slightly down
Alright.
instead of sending you across the room, so like that.
Alright.
And to be
let's
clear,
do this.
it takes up those 3x3
4
spaces.
spaces.
3x3 spaces.
Oh, it's 3.
It takes up the 9 spaces there. The figure is deceptively thin, but it is 3 spaces tall and 3 spaces wide.
So it's not large. It's huge.
It is huge.
It's a real chungus, is what it is.
It is a real
It's a-
chungus.
You could say
Big
it's
boy
a giant
season.
skeleton.
All right.
Yeah, you could say that.
Huge.
Next up is Nala, who now has 40 feet of movement.
God, I bet this guy has resistance to non-magical slashing, piercing, and bludgeoning. I bet he does.
We shall see. Nala is going to take out his new flail. I'm not sure he's
Flail
bashed
him.
anything yet with it, actually.
Not yet.
The first flail he used.
Bonus action rage. And then he will attack recklessly with the flail. I believe he gets 2 attacks now, so
Twice. Oh my god,
twice.
yes.
So many things to juggle. First attack hits. Nala does... Unfortunate on the die roll. He does... well, still a decent bonus, so 12 bludgeoning damage. Nala attacks again, with advantage again, and misses that time. We are up to Felicia.
Okay. Well, I am going to. Let's see. I'm gonna move up to behind this this little nugget right there, and I'm going to fire a ray of frost at Jack Skellington.
Okay.
Don't you dare disgrace that name with this schmuck.
Ooh. Yes.
That's gonna hit. It's like a 25.
Yep.
I mean, I shouldn't say that. Does a 25 hit?
25 does hit, thankfully, yes.
Hey,
Like, out of
off.
spite, you could have just been like, "No, motherfucker."
Nah.
We wet ourselves.
Curse your hubris. Alright, hold on.
Get your saving throws ready.
That's just gonna be 3 damage, but my
3 damage of what
my
kind?
real cold, or I think it's cold, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ray of Frost is cold damage.
Alright.
And then I'm going to use my bonus action to cast Shield of Faith on the Chungus Among Us for Drost. So
So where's
yeah,
that
you
boy?
get a +2 AC.
All right, up to that 22.
All right.
I'll throw my con on.
Thank you.
Hit me now, motherfucker.
Next up is Nakareth.
As shit, is that an action or a bonus action? Sorry. Bonus action. As a bonus action, I will summon the arms of the astral self,
Okay.
and I will make 2 attacks with it from 10 feet away.
Go for it.
Oh, fuck. 2 dirty 20s. So 13 on the die.
Both hit. Yep.
Takes a total of 8 plus 9 is 17 radiant damage.
17 radiant. All right. That was action. Bonus action. You all set?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, wait, I guess I gotta move
Wait,
one
real
step
quick
closer.
before we advance, you can totally veto this if you want, but I did not realize that my attack damage for my cantrips doubled, so I only rolled 1.
Oh yeah. Sure thing.
If you don't mind, yeah.
Go for it.
Cantrips are great.
So add 4 damage, so 7 cold damage total. That's actually a dope boost. God damn.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whew.
Cantrip boost is pretty sick.
Nakarth, you can actually be one step back because the hitbox for this guy is deceptively large. He comes up to here.
It's his
right
outside.
in front of Drost is a valid space to hit him. So.
Okay.
Yep. I
Sweet.
couldn't find a better looking icon than that, unfortunately. So that one got in, even though it's a little small. So,
Maybe just
Leroy.
Stretch it. All right.
I could have made him a wide boy, sure, but it didn't feel like it.
Mr. Galaxy Wide. All right. No.
There we go.
Oh,
He's the thickest boy. All right.
Okay. For my action, I'm gonna cast Slow.
Okay. Which saving throw is that?
That is a Wisdom save.
Oh,
DC.
okay.
14. I need to get more charismatic.
14, you said. Okay. He passes. He actually, as you cast the spell on him, you feel like you find purchase on whatever this thing's mind is with your spell for a minute, and then he looks at you and it just slips off. As if at the last second he looked up at you and it just shrugged off this magic.
Well, there goes that plan.
Well,
I
that was the luckiest roll I've ever gotten. Wow. It's got
man, that's very sad. Warlocks don't do very much.
unfortunate.
Eldritch Blast.
I'm going to sit here. I don't know what to do now. I don't want to take an attack of opportunity.
Because it's gonna hurt.
This is gonna hurt.
Can confirm will hurt.
Yeah. I guess, you know what? I will, for my bonus action, cast Hex. What kind of saving throws do you guys make him do?
Doesn't
it's
that
just
only
ability
apply to
checks.
ability check?
Ability
Yeah,
checks
you're
only,
right.
yeah.
Do
Is
strength.
Is Hex a leveled spell or
It is.
cantrip?
Level spell.
Yes, so you can't cast that on the same turn that you cast
Oh.
Slow.
unfortunately.
But
Man, why am I terrible? Alright, I will just hang tight and... Can I dodge as a bonus action? That's a rogue thing.
Yeah,
that's
unfortunately
a
not.
rogue thing.
Pass.
And the monk thing.
You
Pass.
can
Alright.
insert your thumb into your ass and wait out a turn.
That is a bonus action, yes.
Leroy
That's a
doesn't have
bonus
one of
action.
those.
Oh, shit.
Unfortunate. Yeah.
Modifications can be made.
That's true. Those are important. That's a medicine check.
Please
Yes.
do not fuck the robot.
Milos, you're up.
Nier Automata.
Stop it, Charlie.
All right, I'm gonna sneak my way over here without being sneaky.
All right.
Oh no!
Clink, clank, clink,
I'm going
clank.
to calmly walk up and jab.
And I'm gonna poke Drost and cast Heroism.
Oh shit!
Okay.
Okay.
But, I think it's second level. I'm not sure how spells work.
I think that is a second level spell.
Which symbol do I take for heroism?
I'll look at your character sheet real quick. Mouse. You should be able to do it at second level.
Find out which one.
Yep,
Here.
you can cast it at second
Oh
level.
yeah, rid of the flag.
If you cast it at second level instead of first, it lets you target more than one person. That's the only.
Nice.
Oh, great. I'll target Nola as well. 'cause
There you
he's
go.
also next to me.
So Milos kind of comes up and puts a hand on each of your shoulders and blesses you both with this spell.
To the immune to being frightened, gain temp HP equal to spirit cast ability at the start of each of its turns. Oh my god.
So each of you will get 4 temp HP at the start of your turn. Is that correct?
Hold on. What's that from?
Spellcaster level? Wouldn't that be 5?
Spellcasting modifier,
Oh, modifier, shit. Okay, thank
which
you.
is +4 for Milos. So.
Wow, thank you.
What was the
Good
name of
man. Heroism.
this? Damn, y'all.
It's
Oh,
like
you can target all of us with it?
He can target 2 people at second level.
Oh, sweet.
all right.
It's dope as hell.
That's dope as
That's
hell.
a good one.
And that's
All
it.
right.
Nothing else.
All right. Karak.
Wait, is that action or bonus action?
It is action.
You could have Nico do some shit as a bonus action.
Oh,
This is true.
well, I'll have him take the dodge action.
Nice.
Okay. Karak, you're up.
Sorry, I think I misunderstood. Who was targeted by the herald?
Nala and Drost.
Oh, I see.
It's a touch range spell, so he just walked up and got them both in diagonals.
Oh, Karik, you're way back there, bud.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Get ready for your crossbow.
Well, technically, Karik was up with the skeleton.
Yeah, I would have been up with the party. I think I just didn't move myself.
Yeah,
up
that's
with
fine.
the-
I'll let you move up if you want.
I'll say I was like here.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
Kark will run out here
Okay.
and fire a shot with his crossbow. Or no, his longbow, sorry.
Okay.
That is a 10 or 11 to hit.
That does not hit, unfortunately.
He will fire again.
Okay.
That is a natural 1.
Unfortunate. So, your first shot actually does hit the skeleton, but it deflects off a bone without leaving a scratch. And the second shot, the bolt just kind of pops over the drawstring instead of actually firing, and just kind of spirals off to your left instead of going anywhere useful.
Okay. And then bonus action, I'll have Patch run over. I think he can get right just there.
Sure.
So he'll be over there next to Neko, and as a bonus action, he'll make an
Did you say make an attack? You cut out there.
Yeah, he's going to make an attack.
Okay.
That'll miss.
Unfortunate. Okay. Drost, you're up.
Woo! Bonus action, Giant's Might. Since I do not have 10 feet to grow,
Right.
I will not grow 10 feet.
That's fine. So you get the
Or,
other
sorry,
benefits
for
still,
the
though, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And boom. Alright, now that I have 3 buffs on me, it's time to attack. Alright, attack action, 2 strikes. First strike is a... Ooh, 21 to hit.
That'll hit.
Second is a natural 1.
Unfortunate.
Womp.
So that's a 8.
8.
Uh,
Right, 8 to hit.
Assuming 8 to hit does not hit. And damage from the first is 11 bludgeoning, non-magical.
11 bludgeoning. Okay. So while the skeleton is still looking at Leroy, well, Leroy had just attempted to cast a spell on him. You take your hammer and you just swing wide at his shin. And you actually are surprised by how deep your hammer digs. It kind of cracks the bone and fractures it pretty heavily.
Oh,
How much damage was that again?
just 11.
All right.
Oh shit! This is just a regular skeleton scaled up, ain't it?
It is still Drost's turn. You have a bonus action. Oh, your bonus action giant smite. Don't you?
Yep, and I'm not gonna move because
Okay.
I don't want to.
I mean, you could just action surge and end this fucker. But
I mean, you know what? Might as well blow my action surge in the first round of combat. What could go wrong? I'm gonna action surge
Okay.
at Kieran's behest. First attack was a 19, so that puts me up to a 26 to hit.
Okay.
Second is a 17, which puts me up to a 24 to hit.
Sorry, what was the first one again? 26.
A natural 19
Yes,
plus 7.
both
so
hit,
26, yeah. That's another 11 points and another 11 points.
you're
So
doing the
22
D4, right?
What D4?
Giant's might. Is that not a
It's
D4?
It's a D6.
Okay, never mind.
So that's total from the first attack and these two subsequent 33 points bludgeoning.
All right. So, this skeleton is going to use a legendary action.
Normal
Immediately
skeleton
following
scaled
your turn. And he's going to take the crystal in his hand and place his other hand over it, kind of dropping the scimitar at his side for a moment. And as he does, it almost looks like spectral lungs seem to form behind the ribcage, and he takes a deep breath and just bellows out this green gas cloud. And then he turns over to his other side and does it again. And to either side of him,
Please be Cloud Kill.
Nerf bag.
Please.
oh, come on, roll 20.
Please just wreck the entire party.
It's got to get nerfed, man.
So he does that. These two green clouds that just kind of form in the air to either side of him. And then, since that was a legendary action following Drost's turn, it is now his turn.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
He's going to draw the scimitar again. And... let's see. Gonna swing at Drost again. So not only did Drost try to take the crystal, he also has done pretty much broken off a leg.
Hit me, baby, one more time.
Ooh. It's a natural 19, so you're lucky it wasn't a 20, but I'm assuming that hits.
Yep, probably.
Okay.
Got less than a 3 to hit. I'm assuming he does.
No. Alright. That is 15 slashing again. It's going to swing again.
Alright.
Does a 16 hit?
Not even close.
Alright, swing again. Does a 24 hit?
It does.
Alright. 14 slashing.
Woo boy. I'm doing awesome. Please kill it. Please.
Next
Can you
up
kill this
is Nala's turn.
Sorry, I'm getting to Stone's Endurance set.
Oh, go for it. Sure.
So I'll just roll that and subtract it.
Works
Okay.
for me. Nala's turn. Nala is still angry, and seeing you get slashed up, Drost, he's going to attack with the flail again. Recklessly, of course. First attack's gonna miss, unfortunately. And second attack is a natural 19, that'll hit. Nala does 12 points of bludgeoning.
Nice.
Fortunately, it is still standing. Does look pretty hurt, though, as Drost, you've basically completely shattered one leg, and he's kind of standing on one leg. But the other leg, Nala has started to beat on, but it's not quite broken down yet. But the rest of his body doesn't look like crazy harmed yet.
Hey, we'll get there.
All right. It is now one of the green cloud's turns.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's interesting.
Oh, those are living spells, aren't they? Shit.
So,
Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters. Who you gonna call?
why did I make this
Bam, bam,
so
bam, bam.
difficult for myself? There we go. Everybody in this circle, and if D&D and Beyond would cooperate, everybody in that circle make me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh my god, I need to retire this die. This fucking thing is done.
Constitution.
Oh,
That is a 21 for Drost.
Ooh,
7.
16.
7 from Milos.
Uh-oh.
Felicia is bringing a 21.
Okay, Felicia, Milos, Drost, you guys all passed.
Okay.
Everyone else I heard fairly low, right? No one else got super high?
16.
7, I still passed.
Yeah, I
Wasn't
got a
above
7.
20, but
16, Leroy, you passed.
oh, dope.
Okay. I think everyone else failed. If you got below Leroy, you failed. So,
Well, now I feel like a jerk.
This is your fault.
everyone who passed takes. Ooh.
That's a good noise.
Everyone who passed take 12 poison damage.
All right.
Everyone who failed takes 23 poison damage. Sorry, that would be 11 poison damage on the successful passes.
All right. I'm looking rough.
I'm resistant to that, so 5.
Yes.
Excellent.
24, you said?
23 poison damage to those who failed.
Okay.
Oh, you guys.
Stuff.
Damn it.
It's
I
definitely
want a
juicy.
fireball so bad.
Fireball set it a little bit behind him. It's fine.
Oh, I know. People have been hurt.
Oh, yeah. That's true.
If you hit me with that fireball, I will go down.
Dude, I got a careful spell. Don't worry.
And does that break my concentration on heroism?
You need to
make a con save.
you need to make another con save to see if you maintain concentration. Alicia would as well.
DC 11.
What do I have to hit for that? 10?
Did
And I hit
you
a 20.
did you succeed or fail the previous check?
I succeeded.
So you need to hit a 10 then. Yep.
Okay, I passed.
Okay.
Oh, wait, no, never mind. Sorry. I reread slow, but I was wrong about something.
Gotcha. All right. It is the other green cloud's turn.
Uh-oh.
The other green cloud is going to manifest these two kind of almost cloudy like appendages, like tentacles, that are going to reach out and strike at Nakarth since he is right nearby.
All right, that's fair.
All right. Oh, shit rolls to make up for that brilliant roll before.
Oh, yeah.
I'm assuming neither a 13 or a 14 hit you?
Nope.
Okay.
AC 16.
So as these two like cloudy tentacles roll in towards you, you're just kind of duck out of the way and jump over the other and manage to completely avoid both.
Huh.
It is now
Good
Felicia's turn.
All right. So, okay, I gotta take a quick inventory. Drost, I know you're like taking a big hurting right now.
I am.
Between Nakarth and Milos, how are you guys doing?
I ain't been touched.
Okay.
I am down to 15 health.
I am all at the exact same hit points.
Okay. Well, Carrick, unfortunately, my decision here is being based on which spell I can twin, and I can't twin from Drost to you. So I'm going to go. Can I move over this table? I'm not really sure how obstructive this thing is. I guess I can just.
It's
go around.
not very large, but I would say that would be considered getting on top of the pedestal. So if that
I
means
can make it
anything to you,
around.
yeah.
I can make it around.
All right.
Yeah, I'm just gonna put myself here, and then I'm gonna twin a Cure Wounds on Milos and Trust.
Okay.
So that is... All right, for Drost, that is going to be 10 HP.
Thank you.
For Milos, that is going to be 6 HP. Sorry, bud.
That is all right. It is
Um,
progress in the right direction.
you're not wrong. Oh, and then that just bites. That's all I can really do. Yeah, this is every fight now. I really want to do some big shit spell casting, but I have to keep people topped off, so I can't. Yep, pass turn.
All right, Nikarth.
Big guy or cloud? Probably the big guy.
Big guy.
I assume big guy. Yeah, I'd definitely say big guy.
All right, I am gonna make my attack action attacks against the big dude. 22 and 17.
22 hits. Go ahead and roll damage on that one first.
8 points of radiant damage.
How do you want to do this?
Oh, fucking sweet.
Nice.
I'll like jump. I'll pull myself up to the top of the chair, like with my arms. Like I'll run over there, grab and pull myself up here. Grab his skull and slam it on the ground.
On the ground? Okay, gotcha. So as you
slam dunk his skull.
Yeah, sounds good. So as you swing around him and pull him down and slam against the ground, the other leg that was weakening from Dross and Nala's strikes finally shatters and helps you in this violent maneuver. And as the skull hits the ground, it just shatters. There's just the spine leading up to nothing with a bunch of skull fragments everywhere.
Fucking sweet.
I like it.
Shit, did I get... Yeah, and then I'll hop back down to attack the other guy.
All right.
So does a 17 hit this one? This cloud?
Yes.
Sweet. He'll take 5 radiant damage.
Okay.
And then one more attack as a bonus action with the arms. 24 to hit.
That'll hit.
9 points of radiant damage.
All right. It is Leroy's turn.
All right. I'm going to bonus action hex the nearest cloud,
Go for it.
and then I will Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
Two
Which
beams.
ability are you affecting with Hex, just in case?
Oh, dexterity.
Okay. Has disadvantage on Dex checks. It's
Yeah,
not going to be a very
yeah.
stealthy cloud, unfortunately.
Not gonna do a backflip, I tell you that. All right. So, Eldritch Blast number 1. Oh, that probably hits 18 plus 24.
Yep.
18
All right.
plus 24, Jesus.
Yeah, man, I just rolled
42.
a 42 to hit. All right. So, D10 plus D6. All right, so that's 11 force damage and 5 necrotic.
Okay.
And beam number 2, same guy. It's a 23 to hit.
That'll hit.
That's less damage. That's 5 force damage and 1 necrotic.
Okay.
And I will move out of the cloud.
Okay.
Oh, whoops. I gotta do the measuring thing to do. Well, I bet I can get out. There. Oh, wait, I want center. Whatever.
As long as it's approximate, it should be
Yeah.
all right.
I'm going there.
Okay. So it's going to manifest a little cloudy tentacle and take an attack of opportunity on you.
Ah, dang. Should have seen that coming. All right.
Unfortunately for it, I don't think a 12 is too good against you. Not sure though.
Nope.
Okay.
18.
Right, because Warforged, I forgot.
Oh,
All right. Anything else?
that's my turn.
All right. Milos, you're up.
Great. I'm going to cast first level Cure Wounds on Felicia. Or
Yes.
can I not do anything while I'm concentrated?
Hold on. I just
No, you can do that.
was forgetting something. Also, Felicia, Leroy, and now Milos, because you're starting your turn in this circle, you must make another Constitution saving throw.
Uh-oh.
That is a 12.
That's a 13.
That's a failure for sure. It's got a 9.
Did I hear an 18 for Milos?
13.
13? Okay, yeah. All three of you failed.
Oh, actually, I have advantage on saving throws against being poisoned. Never mind.
Okay.
It's I just have resistance against
Fortunately,
poison.
I didn't roll nearly as chunky this time. Anyone who fails takes 10 poison.
All right.
Anyone who succeeds takes 5. If you're resistant, then even farther down. All that.
Yeah, 3.
All right. So
3,
sorry.
3, I took 5.
So Felicia, that would be another concentration check for you. Another concentration check for Milos.
And I have to make one too for Hex.
And if you would like to take this opportunity to move out of the cloud with this new knowledge, Felicia, you may.
Thank you.
And since that was my mistake.
Okay, so
Concentrate
heroism is
throws are-
no longer in effect since I got a 5 on the
Okay.
concentration.
That's fine. Oh, wait. Rip my temp HP.
What's the roll for a saving throw?
For a concentration check?
Yeah,
That would
Constitution save.
be... Yes.
Constitution save. Damn, I got a 7.
Alright, so Hex drops as well.
I hate honesty.
oof.
Big oof. Although, no, it doesn't, because the damage would have hit you at the start of your turn, which would be before Hex was cast, so you're all set.
What am I doing rolling d20s? Aren't I silly?
Alright, so sorry, Melos, what was your turn?
I am going to also flee the cloud,
Sure.
and I'll cast first level Cure Wounds on Felicia.
Okay.
Let's see, so that's a d8 plus 4. And you will get 11 health.
Thank you very much.
Nice roll.
And I'll have Neko attempt to attack the cloud.
Okay, make an attack roll.
Okay, let me see what it is. How do I attack with this thing again? Plus 4 to hit. Okay. So it's a 9 to hit, and that probably doesn't.
A 9 to hit unfortunately misses, yeah. As Neko swings up at it, it just kind of parts, kind of like clouds do. Maybe Neko swung a little too hard and generated some wind, but nothing really hits the cloud. Alright. Karik, you're up.
Okay. Do I have to roll a con save?
You would. No, you're... wait, yes, you're inside the circle.
You're inside the circle.
Finally. $19.
19 will hit.
What? I mean, 19 for the con save?
Oh, yeah, sorry. 19 will pass. You will take 7 poison damage because you passed.
Okay. Then I'll run out of the cloud, run behind this cloud,
Okay.
and start swinging with my scimitar, like a blade scimitar.
Okay, go for it.
Is this considered flanking? The patch?
Sure. Consider that, since Patch is kind of basically inside the cloud.
Oh, natural 20.
Nice.
Thank goodness for the
Alright.
flanking, though.
I know, right? Ooh, good roll. So double the dice. It's 12 rolls. 16 damage on the first attack.
Okay.
16 magical slashing.
All right.
Swing again. And that is not as good. That is a 13 to hit.
13 will miss.
Alright, bonus action, I'll swing again.
Okay.
Ooh, that's even worse.
All right. Fortunately, though, on your first strike, something is as part of that crit. Well, not just it being a crit, but you seem to hit something very core to this cloud. You severed some magical bond deep within, and for a minute it falters, and the circle goes away as it loses concentration.
Oh, thank God.
Anything else, Kark?
That'll be it.
All right, Drost, you're up.
All right. Well, you know me, I love flanking bonuses. So I'm going to go ahead and, as soon as my mouse turns back on, move right over here.
Okay.
And I'm going to, first of all, bonus action, second win.
Okay.
So that's D10. 14 extra HP. That is a juicy one.
That's a good roll, yeah.
All right. Now that I'm back to alive, I'm gonna take 2 swings at this cloud.
Okay, go for it.
That is a 17.
17
Hit.
hits, yep.
And a 24 to hit.
Both hit.
All right. First roll is 10 non-magical bludgeoning. Second roll is 11 non-magical bludgeoning.
All right, as you swing your weapon through the cloud, again, it just kind of passes through it, but you're at least doing something.
I'm doing something.
Doing something.
That is movement, bonus action, and action. I am done.
Back up to Nala, who is going to be very angry at these clouds, and I forgot to make him do a con save earlier, which he passes. He takes... He's resistant to poison. He does not take very much at all. Okay. Nala is going to move here to be flanking with Kark, and will attack recklessly twice with the flail. Oh, good for flanking, or for reckless rather, because that could have been bad otherwise. Both hit. Nala deals a whole lot of damage. You see as this flail swings through the cloud twice, but like the shock waves as the flail swings through are causing massive disturbances in the cloud, as if it's harming it quite a lot. Alright, it is now the cloud near Nakarath's turn. This cloud... Ooh. Everyone in that circle, please make me a con save.
Yeah.
Actually, I might be able to hit Nakarath on this too.
Yeah, motherfuckers.
There we go. Yes, I can. Okay.
Damn it.
Does it damage itself with this cloud?
Nope.
It's probably immune.
It is indeed. Otherwise it would. Big Skelly Boy was immune too. Was.
Well, I got an 11 for that save.
Unfortunate.
Yep.
Good. Got a 24.
Imagine if we killed him in
13.
one round.
24. Felicia passes. The two others fail. I don't think I heard Drost.
I am helping Caboose. Sorry.
worries.
Con save.
Con save.
Ah, Jesus, 7.
Yeah, that's a fail as well. Okay. All those who failed take 18 poison. Those who saved take 9.
Good thing
Well,
I recovered.
Killing me with this shit.
Or that would have taken me out.
Woo! I'm at
Press
10
F.
hit points.
Press F to pay respects for.
It
my
is
list.
now the other cloud's turn.
So goddamn squishy.
Oh, is Milos down?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
F for Milos. The other cloud is going to swing at Carrick. Since Carrick got a crit on it last turn, it's going to sprout the 2 tentacly arms. That'll be
What got big?
a 20 to hit and a 16 to hit.
Smells like cookies.
The 20 will hit. The 16 will.
Okay.
I would.
The 20, that one hit,
They didn't make a lot of.
does 16 poison damage.
Oh shit! Character's down.
All right.
Oh wow.
Nikarth, are you down also?
No, I'm at 10 out of 28.
Oh, there's just like, it looks like there's a
Oh, that's from
right on the skeleton.
that's from Wide Boy. Yep.
Oh, he's right. Okay. Alright.
Wide boy.
Felicia, it is your turn.
Well, fuck, man. Alright, just the crucial piece of information. If I am here...
Well, first of
Well, I
all,
thought-
make
Oh.
me a Constitution saving throw for starting in the circle.
Oh, this is rude. Alright.
Y'all
Oh,
could,
fuck. 13?
Y'all could
13
take-
fails.
Cool.
Fortunately for you, I rolled a lot of ones, so you take 7 points of poison.
I like the thuds of the metal dice hitting your dice tray.
That's great.
They're so ominous.
Unfortunate.
Just
I'm at
sounds like
6
heavy
HP,
damage.
so...
Would you prefer a clattering of like 24 plastic D6s?
Yes.
Alright.
See, I
Cloud
love the,
actively
I
hitting
love the
twice.
tinkling of my gemstone dice.
Alright, I'm gonna move here, and
Oh shit.
I'm going to, you know, at this point, like, fuck my sorcery points, because we hopefully will be done with this soon. I'm gonna do a twinned level 3 Cure Wounds on Melis and I.
Okay.
Fair.
So that's gonna be...
Man, imagine if you actually got the fireball.
It's actually bothering me at this point, like...
Okay, if you fireball patch to
Fucking
save Eric, he won't
Jesus.
be mad.
Just
All right.
fireball so you can hit both of the gases, but also the whole party.
Please.
Thankfully, a careful
What is
spell.
it?
I'm never gonna have to worry about hitting the party. But
Please put me out of my misery.
I mean, at this point, I'm thinking about it. Okay, so this is gonna take a bit. Sorry, I only have like 1d8 that I can see.
No worries.
So for Milos, you're gonna get. Uh, 17 HP.
All right. Thank you.
Really not the dividends I wanted for busting out this many points, but then for me. That's better. It's gonna be 23 HP for me.
All right.
And then I'll, with the rest of my movement, I'm going to just scoot way the fuck back here, because I've had enough of this bullshit.
All right.
Hello.
Hi.
All right. It is Nakarth's turn. Nakarth, at the top of your turn, make me a Constitution saving throw.
He did.
Is Nakarath dead? Oh, he's muted.
That boy muted.
15.
15. Okay. That does not pass.
Oh damn, it doesn't.
I'm dead. I'm going down.
GG
boys.
It's not that chunky of a roll, but I don't know how many hit points you have left. That's 13 poison.
10.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ooh. Jesus.
This poison shit is rude, and I don't like it.
Yeah, these things are
I'm
fucking.
not high enough level.
That
I
DC
don't have immunity
16.
yet.
DC 16 is.
All
really
right, so Drost
now.
is not Drost. Nakarath is down. That's his turn. Leroy, you're up.
All right. For my action, I will Eldritch Blast to the cloud that I attacked on the left.
Break the concentration, please, or it's gonna kill me.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Maybe
There's-
should I Oh, wait, no, I can't transfer my excellent unless this guy's dead.
Correct.
There
I
are a
probably
couple
still shoot
people
the guy
who
on
would.
the right. Yeah, I'm gonna shoot the one on the right,
Okay.
even though I don't get bonus damage. Makes me sad. It's a 23 to hit.
That hits.
All right. Just a D10. 12 force damage.
12 force damage.
Does that break its concentration?
About to roll for that. It does.
Oh,
The single beam from the selfless warlock sacrificing his damage for the good of the party.
Other beam goes to the left one.
Yep, figured.
Yeah.
All right, that's an 18 to hit.
All right, that hits.
All right. That is, oh, baby, 11 force damage, 6 necrotic damage.
Okay.
hot damn.
That is a chunky hit.
That's pretty juicy. Imagine all that damage he sacrificed to save Necrot's life.
Yeah.
All right.
And imagine if I had 20 charisma.
Is that your full turn, Leroy?
I will move a little forward, like there, I suppose.
Okay.
Not-
Was that it?
Sure.
All right, and that's my turn.
All right. Milos, you're up.
Great. I'm gonna run away a bit.
Away.
Into the pile of bones we go.
Just swan dive in.
And I'm gonna crossbow the one on the right.
Away.
Let's see
Okay.
if I can
Donald
run
Duck
across.
in a bone pit.
Let's see.
Or Scrooge McDuck, whatever.
If these bones come to life and surround me, I swear to God. Okay, that's a 16 to hit the cloud on the right.
That will hit.
Get out of the bone pile. Take 30 opportunity attacks.
Oh my God.
It's like, all right, hold on, let me start rolling.
So anyway, I started blasting.
Thank you.
That is 14 piercing damage to the one.
All right. I believe that's magical piercing damage. So how do you want to do this?
The arrow will just fly through it with so much force that the cloud vaporizes.
All right. The Karth's dead body gets kind of sprayed by the cloud as it vaporizes over him, but then the cloud disappears.
Not worth it.
One.
I'm
Saving
unconscious.
throw.
I'm not dead.
No, no.
Well, his unconscious body.
Unconscious buddies.
All right.
Best friends.
Any bonus actions, etc.?
I think is this the first time I've actually gone down?
And Neko will bite the one on the left. So,
Okay.
If it is, I've done pretty good.
You didn't go down when you were dying from disease, did you?
I don't think so.
No,
this,
quite.
this might have been it.
I just had like 1 hit point left or some shit.
Okay, that's 18 to hit the cloud on the left.
That'll hit.
And where is the thing? There it is. That is 9 force damage.
Is that magical force damage or no? Force damage is magical. Never mind. I'm done. You're good. Okay. So,
I think non-magical force.
yeah, non-magical force damage is bludgeoning. That is correct. Karik, you're down currently, right? I believe.
Karks?
What?
Are you down currently?
Yeah,
Okay, make me a death save.
you got it.
Oh.
Oh no, I'm not gonna use this die. Hold on.
Yeah, it's important to use a good die for a death save.
All right, let's see what we got. Hey, that's 15.
Nice. Okay. One succeeded death throw for Karik. It is now Drost's turn.
Dross is gonna take 10 feet of movement. A 1. A 2. And he's gonna kneel down, pop a healing potion, and decant it into Nakarth's mouth.
Hallelujah.
I thought you were gonna say Dross takes the healing potion.
I take a
That's
healing
what I do.
potion. I take a healing potion while teabagging Nakarth.
I honestly thought you said you were gonna camp in the car's mouth.
Man, that guy's fucked up.
2. That's 5. Plus 2 is 7 hit points for you, Nakarth.
Woo.
Whoa.
And then if I can lift Nakarth as a bonus action, I will lift him. That's an act.
Like onto my feet.
Oh yeah, I literally just grab you by your robes and just fucking hoist you.
You know what? Since you're still under the effects
Okay.
of Giant Smite, I'll allow it. Just to hoist him onto his feet. I will allow it.
Get on your feet, Nakarth. There's more killing to do.
Shit. Okay.
While you are a strong boy,
I'm
that's
over now.
barely like picking up two pounds for you. So
Yeah.
I'm a light ass monk.
Yeah, with the giant smite, it's pretty juicy.
all
Alright,
right.
and that's it for my turn.
Alrighty. We are back to Nala, who will again attack recklessly twice. Miss the first attack. Hit the second attack. Not a juicy roll, but good enough. Nala does 12 points of bludgeoning to this one. And then it is the Cloud's turn. The Cloud is going to, since Nala and Neko most recently attacked it, it's going to split its attacks between the two of them. Natural 20 against Neko. 17 against Nala, but is Neko immune to poison?
Neko is immune to poison.
Alright, so Neko takes no damage.
Woo.
Nala take... Ooh, what would have been 20 points of poison, reduced to 10 for Nala. And then it is Felicia's turn.
All right. Well, is anyone dying right now?
Karik still.
Eric is. Your car.
I mean, in a sense, we're all dying, aren't we?
Yeah. Oh, that's good. Good points out here. What
What about Kara?
I don't give a fuck anymore, and more importantly, I cannot make it to Karak. So I'm gonna just mosey my little self up here.
Fireball, fireball, fireball.
Is we drinking? Because it's time for Fireball.
Nice.
Hey!
I think we have one sorcery point left for Careful Spell. Otherwise, I mean, some of y'all would be coming down with the so, yeah. I'm a Fireball on this motherfucker.
Go for
it. Now it's time to play Gather the D6s.
Yes.
Whole party hands him over.
Yep.
Okay, if I get one more, we're gonna just do a
Fireball is
two-line.
just like
You gotta dump
Andy's
them all at once.
The spirit bomb.
Yep. You gotta dump them all at once or it doesn't count.
Alright, then, okay, if that's the rule,
They
then I'm
must
just
go
gonna
at least 1
substitute
foot above the table.
summon some
Lend me
D8s.
your D6s.
Just let them rain down.
How many D6s is that?
8.
Oh my goodness.
Yep.
Fireball's certified OP.
Don't
It
worry.
is actually certified OP, which I love.
Yes, me too. But I'm okay with some things in universe just being strong.
Yeah,
It's
no,
good.
it's great.
I love it.
All right, we in this. Sorry for the sounds that you've probably been hearing. All right, roll 1 of 2. Not great. So halfway there, we're gonna be at 11 damage.
11 fire damage. Okay.
And then we're coming in with 12 on top of that, so 23 fire
The
damage.
best.
Would you like to describe how Fireball destroys the cloud?
You know, I sure fucking would. It's going to just kind of come down right in the middle of the cloud, so that for a moment it just like pierces the top of it, and you just see the gas kind of form a weird like indent and dissipate around, and then the fire just ignites the rest of it completely, and it just burns up into absolutely nothing.
All right.
Clean,
So
easy breezy, beautiful.
the whole room smells like this burnt ozone smell as this rapid amount of fire takes over. But surprisingly, Nala, Patch, Neko, and Karik don't take any damage from the effect.
Oh, that's thankful.
Magic.
And you are now out of initiative.
Felicia, why didn't you do that at the start of combat?
You know,
Is Carrick stabilized yet? Karik, I mean?
I don't think so.
Nope.
I'm gonna run over and cast Spare the Dying.
Okay.
Oh shit, you're right.
Karik is stable.
Hey.
Felicia basks in the kill and Karik just peacefully bleeds out.
I'm just cackling.
Well,
It's like
if,
Karik's over there making death saves. He's like, yes!
if we're
Fireball!
if we're out of combat, I totally have a sword I'm interested in.
Oh, yeah. I want to gather up some of that crystal.
You want to gather up what?
The crystal, as much of it as I can
All
from
right.
the body.
Yeah, now that the skull has been shattered and several of the limbs have been shattered, the hand isn't too difficult to pry open, and you can get the crystal out of there. It's a very
anything else
large crystal. It's probably about the size of a basketball, roughly. It's this gigantic, deep blue crystal.
So, something tells me it's expensive, at the
Oh,
very
yeah.
least.
It's definitely something.
Is it a Kyber Dragon Shard?
Kyber
Yeah.
Dragon Shard, yep.
I have it now.
Nice.
Now, what can you do with a Kyber Dragon Shard versus normal Dragon Shards?
So, if you would like to make an Arcana roll, or if you'd like to ask the group if anyone else has knowledge.
I'm asking the group because I don't fucking know that shit.
Like in
I remember
character?
that from my Arcana
Yes.
roll earlier, right?
Yeah.
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 Drost
sorry.
and Leroy would both know from previous rolls.
So, they're mostly used for binding magics, elementals, that kind of thing.
Okay, so what was it binding those gas elementals here to the skeleton, or
Well, perhaps they were trying to create an immortality spell and just ended up turning their body into crystal.
I don't know. They're also used for many necromancies. So,
I haven't.
there
I
we
haven't
go,
been
binding
using
of a
it.
soul, right?
Yes, it could be anything.
Yes. To add some more information just from the DM, Kyber Dragon Shards are basically like the main catalyst of any kind of binding that exists in Eberron, whether it's like was mentioned, necromancy, or even the train you all arrived on used a bound lightning elemental to run the train, or things like that. So it's fairly common in use, but they're rare enough to be pretty expensive too. So.
Awesome.
does it seem like this has an elemental in it?
You can make me an Arcana check.
Nothing would give me greater pleasure. 19.
19.
Should have guided myself, but it also doesn't matter, probably.
It definitely seems like there's something in this shard, but it doesn't seem like an elemental to you.
Oh. Do I have any idea what it is?
Besides that it's
Not an elemental?
yeah, it seems more of this plane. It seems more more spiritual than a planar binding.
Can we? How can we interface with it? Can we try to talk with whoever might be bound to it?
Are you asking the party, or are you asking your own knowledge?
The party.
Can
I
you
assume there's no-
interface with the crystal?
I
Not without specific equipment at the very least.
Can I try to just telepathically speak into the crystal?
You can certainly try. Make me an
Oh,
Arcana
shit.
check.
All right.
Nothing is beyond the realm of possibility.
Once again, should have guided myself. Forget that every time. 9.
9.
9.
Unfortunately, it's really difficult for you to perceive this thing as a sentient object, and you're unable to really reach into it, at least at this moment.
Yes.
Can I try to do that with my mind link?
You can certainly try with an Arcana check.
I guide you.
Fuck.
Well, Nakara, do you announce to the group
Oh,
that you have
right, yeah, that might not be
telepathy?
obvious.
Yeah.
Okay.
Saying like, oh, you're trying telepathy? Here, let me try that too, because I'm a Kalashtar and I can just fucking do that.
Oh yeah, good idea.
Arcana guidance is what, D4?
Yeah.
Alright. That's ass. 7.
Yeah, unfortunately, the same. It looks like a very pretty, very magical crystal to both of you, but neither of you are really able to perceive it as enough of an actual mind to use your normal mental capabilities on it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Is,
So yeah.
Does it seem like maybe this could be used in this ritual doodle?
I mean, you
What
can
a
try.
question.
Dross,
You
what do you
can.
think about that? You studied this.
You look over as Drost is investigating the sword.
Oh, right.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Not paying attention
So
whatsoever.
Dross, this is a
Dross.
scimitar taller than you. It's probably more of a great sword for you.
I mean, I'm attempting to lift it, yeah.
You can definitely
Do
lift
I-
it. It's like a heavier than normal greatsword to you, essentially.
Do
is
I-
how describe it?
Do I
More
get
like a
any
hunk of
kind
iron.
of... Like, is it just metal? Is it just a sword?
Make me an Arcana check.
Oh my god, I'd love to.
Someone should probably wake Carrick up too.
17.
So
Wait, Carrick's just fucking face down right now.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry.
Oh my god, we're bad teammates.
He's not
I've
dying.
been out this whole time you guys have been talking.
I got a spare cure wound.
Oh no.
Oh, great.
Everybody
Don't worry.
has priorities in perfect order, I see.
I'm
I'm
an
done bloating.
asshole, but I didn't think the
gonna-
rest of you were.
I'm gonna use the cure wounds. You know what? I'm even gonna use the level 2 cure wounds on your boy.
What a doll.
I
So-
tried.
Yeah, Trost, you're unable to make out exactly what it is about it, but it definitely doesn't seem to be completely normal, even for its size.
Alright, I'll just prop it over my shoulder like the fucking Goliath I am and turn to look at the crystal.
All right, so it's because it's taller than you, it's at a diagonal and actually makes you like 8 feet wide too, as far as trying to enter doorway purposes and things. So
Nice.
great.
It's a good look.
What can I help you with?
15
this crystal.
HP. Carrick, by the way.
15. That's a good enough.
Yes, that is a crystal.
Yeah, we realize it's for powering things, but
Yes, binding
Oh,
and
thank you for
whatnot.
this, yeah.
yeah. What do you think about trying to use it here?
Well, there's a focal point, yes? Perhaps putting it in the focal point.
That was my thought. You don't think that would blow up?
I honestly do think it would blow up. We should
Alright.
assume things will blow up until they don't.
Fair, fair. I'm gonna step away and mage hand carry the crystal over and put it right in the middle.
I'm gonna take this many steps
Yes.
away.
Would anyone like to react to the mage hand being?
I'm gonna get way the fuck over here.
Oh,
alright.
yeah.
Fuck
Oh, yeah.
out of
Warnings.
here.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here.
There's just a random mage hand that just popped up. No one's
No,
in the
it's
party.
mine.
Actually,
Oh,
You moved down the screen so fast.
that's
Pandemonium.
that's the monk movement speed for you right there. It's great.
Dross is
Is
actually
back
just
in
gonna
golf?
step. I'm gonna step behind the throne and say,
Okay.
"All right, go ahead."
All right.
Carrick's still on the ground. He's just sitting up against some bones.
Carrick, you probably want to take cover just
Carrick.
in case.
Just
Okay.
get away. Carrick, over here. Carrick.
Okay, let's roll for initiative again, just to hit.
Also, Neko and Patch.
Okay.
Oh yes, I'll send Neko over with you.
I like how Neko and Patches blend into the bone piles.
Sorry.
They're made out of bones, not metal. We just don't tell anyone.
All right.
I place the Kyber Dragon Shard right in the middle.
All right. As you do, before it even touches the middle of the podium, the pedestal rather, it rips out of your mage hand and kind of hovers. It hovers, I say, because it's like 3 feet over the pedestal, but it's so forcefully locked in that position that it was able to rip out of your hand. So it's
Guys,
like
it just
immediately
explodes.
snapped into that location.
Like aligning it with a magnetic pole kind of deal.
Yeah.
Sounds like it.
It didn't explode yet.
Well, it didn't explode. Does it look like it's
Yeah.
going to explode?
It is hovering in place, rotating very slowly.
Very slowly. I like that part.
I go poke it with one of my radiant arms.
It is.
That's
There
brave.
is no feedback to poking. Like if you push on it, you can't displace it from its location.
Okay, so there's that.
Does it seem to be having effects on the surrounding area?
Make me a perception check.
I will do that.
Sure.
Oh. I did not roll very well. 8.
All right, you're totally affixed on this moving crystal. Hard to see anything else around you.
It did not explode. That's very exciting.
Yes.
17 perception.
17 perception. You notice that not all of the runes on this pedestal have lit up, but a significant number of them have.
Hmm.
And the 4 pedestals around the edges, the like very edges of the pedestals have lit up, like a line around the edge.
Ooh, that's cool.
I think there are 4. I assume... Sorry.
You could just mute while he's doing that.
At least it's not the buzzer sound.
Yeah, at least it's not that. Pow, 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 pow.
Yeah.
He does that shit all the time. I'm gonna take a moment now to look over the back of the throne because I saw this guy pull a sword out of it.
Yep.
And
I was going to get to that too. Make me a perception check, Drost, while you're taking cover back there.
perception.
Mm-hmm.
You know how to ruin.
Or
my day.
investigation, I suppose. If you're actively taking a look, sure. Investigation, I think, is
Sure.
reasonable.
That's what I like to hear. That's a 19.
19, okay. Yeah, so looking across the back of this throne, you can see kind of an indent where the scimitar was. And kind of following that along to the other side, you see a similar indent, but much smaller there. That looks like there's just a hilt by itself with no blade, like embedded into the back of this throne. About the same height where about the same height as where the hilt for the scimitar would be on the other side.
Well, I've learned absolutely nothing, so I'll try to remove that.
Okay, make me a strength or athletics rather check.
All right. By now, my giant's might has worn off, so I will not take that at advantage. I will simply.
If I notice this, I'll give you guidance. I don't know if I do.
I already rolled and it's touch, so meh.
Fair.
Trust just kind of goes and does things. However, that was a natural 16, which puts me to a 23.
All right. Yep, so you take a second, kind of brace one palm against the stone of the throne and just pop it out pretty easily. So you now have this fairly dark metal. hilt of some kind. The guards kind of angle up on either side slightly. They're not flat out and kind of hook back inwards. And there appears to be there's a kind of a hole in the middle of the hilt where you believe some kind of something is meant to fit there. Not where the blade goes, but like looking at it from the front, there's a hole there that goes through to the other side.
Oh, what the fuck? Interesting. I'll study this later. Or I guess right now I'll just keep looking around, especially on the seat of the throne, to see if there's something that could fit there.
Okay, make me an investigation check.
My curiosity is piqued. 18.
18 is pretty good. So looking around the throne itself, you don't see a lot on the back, but when you get around to the front, the very top of the throne has a very small, like a red gem in the top of it that almost seems more to be made of glass than of any kind of crystal. And it's hard to tell, but looking at it, it almost looks like the insides are swimming around subtly, like it's organic in nature.
That sounds evil. Do I get an evil feeling about this?
What role do I ask you for is it evil?
Well, either Arcana
give
or
me
Insight.
insight. Yeah, give me an insight roll.
Roll for evil?
Insight. To which Dross will openly question, does this seem evil to anyone? This gem here, it looks evil.
Oh, the Kyber crystal?
Does that look evil? No, this one. He's
Oh.
pointing to he's basically standing on the throne
I
pointing
would-
up at this point.
I would love to try to insight the gem.
Go for it.
I would love to help someone.
Yeah, no
help-
one has touched
Woo!
it yet. It's kind of
Help
embedded
Nikareth.
in the throne a little bit.
I don't
Alright.
need it. 26.
So mine
Oh,
was a
great.
13, but that 26 is definitely...
Oh, it's super evil. It's massively mega evil.
Don't touch it.
Is
That
it
is-
evil?
Definitely evil.
It looks evil.
It is 100% evil.
Okay.
Not a
So,
doubt.
like on a scale of 1 to 10, where 1 is
Throw it into Mount Doom.
so like a 6.
Well, if I'm gonna be real with you, I think it fits in this sword, and I want to know what it does.
Oh.
Fair, fair.
I
Um,
support this.
perhaps first we identify the sword
Perhaps first we press F5.
before we touch.
I
the thing.
suppose we could start to identify materials.
Yes. Actually, hey, there was faint glowing come from various points around the skeleton pile, correct?
Correct.
Someone point out vaguely where it was glowing. I'm gonna dig through the bones and try to
remember.
find crystals that might go on the pedestals.
Really?
So now that you're not all super pressed for time and also have gotten a good look around the room, Nikarth, you probably would have been one of the ones to be able to see it better, but it's pretty much scattered all around the room. It's like probably a few dozen skeletons among these piles scattered pretty evenly throughout.
Well, I guess we'll start fishing for those skeletons.
Yeah.
When I get to one, I'm also gonna kick around some bones and see if there's any marks or symbols on the floor.
All right. Make me an investigation check while you do so.
All right. I am not getting close to that shit. Oh, 19.
All right. So as you're kicking around bones and things, you don't notice any strange symbols on the floor or anything.
Okay.
No, you do notice that the floor itself seems fairly well put together. Like as you're actually looking at the floor itself, the stones are very packed together in these stone tiles, and there's no gaps at all between them. You don't think you could even fit tools between them. It's very nice craftsmanship.
Oh, this is wonderful.
I'm swapping. 'Cause this is
Probably
cool.
dwarven.
Yeah, what do we find on the glowy shit? Is there like just skeletons with more kyber crystals in them? Or
Yeah, it appears as you start to gather these, which if you are going to commit to that, I would say would probably take you the better part of an hour, unless anyone has anything they
Well-
want to do in that hour instead.
someone can get to identifying while we gather.
This is true.
True, true.
Yeah. Is this Arcana?
This would be just, well, Identifying is a spell.
Casting identify.
Yes.
Okay. I'm done.
My question would be, can anyone ritual cast identify?
I sure can.
All right.
Ah, excellent.
So, Karik, get ready to write some shit down.
You got it. He'll
All right.
like get out onto a flat area on the floor and.
All right. Option 1, bead necklace.
Bead necklace. Okay, so during the hour, if you're ritual casting, you can get approximately 6 things identified while everyone else digs. We'll say. So item 1.
Bead necklace.
Bead necklace is a necklace of fireballs.
All right.
Very nice.
I have 3 more things other than the bead necklace. So, what does everybody else have? Like, does anyone else need stuff identified, or did I actually just find everything?
Don't think so.
You might have been the one holding on to things because of your carrying capacity too.
True.
A lot of the
There's
time.
that bag of dragon shards. I guess this would be a time to identify it, although I think we agreed on something in chat.
I agreed that you would have gotten them identified yourself, even without the spell, just with your knowledge of dragon shards and things, been able to identify them by their mineral qualities and things.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll keep going then. I have a pouch of random powder.
Yep.
All right.
Which was from the secret compartment in the desk.
Yep.
I've got the big sword and the hilt plus gem.
All right. So,
Right.
well, the hilt and the gem will be separate items, but the bag of dust is Eberron dragon shard dust.
Okay.
About 150 gold pieces worth.
Let me write that in real quick.
So that can be
That's pretty
used
sorted.
primarily as a substitute for spell components or as fuel for various constructs or in crafting. There's a bunch of uses for it, but it's the bread and butter insert material expense here item of Eberron.
Okay, 150 GP worth logged.
All right.
Necklace of fireballs.
As you pull away the Eberron dragon shards, and as he reads what it does, he says, "You might want to give that to Felicia. It could help save one of our lives."
All right, that will be handed to Felicia. Felicia, you got that?
I got it. Carrick, I'm not overly familiar. What are these? What's the function of these?
Well, never mind. Revivify is 300 GP. That's 150 GP.
Yeah,
Never
about
mind.
halfway there. So
yeah, it's helpful.
Yeah, halfway there.
any spell that has a component to it that costs gold points, Dragon Shard Dust or Dragon Shards themselves of the Eberron variety can be used to substitute in that process instead of the actual thing it says. So if it says you need a 500 gold piece diamond and you happen to have 500 gold pieces worth of dust, you can use that instead, essentially. Or as part of the contribution to it, or, whatever.
All right, so it's a dragon shard dust.
Yep.
All right.
If you need dragon shards for Revivify, I have 100 gold worth.
Okay.
There you go.
I,
So you got 100 gold of shards and 150 gold of dust.
I will top that off with 50 gold worth of shards to get us to an even 300, so we have a Revivify available.
Excellent.
Nice.
okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm trying to add this to my inventory, but it's like dollar amounts worth. Like, is dragon shard dust a thing?
So
If
what
you,
I do,
yeah.
what I do is I add in spell shards, or I guess dragon shards or whatever it is, and then in the notes section I just write how much it's worth.
Okay.
That's it. You can also edit the cost amount, the worth amount, but I literally just write it in the notes because that's easier.
You can also add custom items as notes and things, and there's an other possessions section at the very bottom if you want to just write raw text notes instead too.
Yep.
There's a bunch,
That should
bunch
be
of ways to
very
note
easy.
it.
Thank you.
Alrighty.
Yes. All right. Which brings us
So-
to the sword.
Yes, big sword is to you guys would be effectively a +1 greatsword.
+1 greatsword.
Yeah, even though it's technically shaped like a scimitar, it's so large it couldn't be wielded as anything else.
Alright, so +1 greatsword.
Yep.
Alright. And it does not resize to a scimitar. That is unfortunate.
Unfortunate.
What kind of scimitar or what kind of greatsword is it, rather?
A +1.
Just a +1 greatsword?
Yep.
Nothing else?
Does anyone necessarily want a +1 greatsword, or can I go ahead and write that down?
I mean, I don't. Nala preferred greatswords before, but we might want to have Lemmy here before you do trades like that. Which, I mean, that would be fairly mechanically the same as the flail versus the greatsword, but I know you've had blunt weapons while he's had slashing weapons, so if that fits your fantasies better. But when he gets back...
With
You can hold
my
on to
main
it for
strength,
now.
I don't like it.
Alright. Right now, I'll just write down +1 greatsword for now.
Alright.
Alrighty.
So, onto the hilt. It's difficult to kind of identify it because it's incomplete in its current state, but from what you can gather as you spend the 11 minutes just examining this thing and letting your magic do its work, it appears to be sort of a focus for whatever energy is put into the middle of it. It seems the sword, the hilt itself is much more designed to take this energy from whatever source. It's a conduit, really, more than an actual function itself.
Okay, so the handle's a conduit, and it doesn't necessarily need to be paired with the shard of maximum evil.
From the identify, you're not sure what it can or cannot be connected to. Upon examining whatever this red orb is, which, by the way, isn't super large. It's maybe a little larger than a quarter, but spherical. Little gem. You note that it definitely is some kind of orb with a binding magic on it, as if something is bound within it. Although you are unable to detect exactly what is bound within it, besides that it is very evil.
Alright, so we should probably lock that gem somewhere.
Perhaps the safe once we clear it out.
That's what I was thinking. Just a point of note for Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
Because I said I would notify you. Until further notice, I have sheathed my hammer and shield, and am wielding the greatsword.
Okay, sounds good.
Cover this one, bitches.
+1 greatsword, armor AC down to 18.
Sounds good. All right. So after that hour is up of Karak identifying everything and you guys digging up the piles, you now have... It's hard to piece together exactly, but it looks like roughly a dozen skeletons worth of blue bones.
Roughly a dozen skeletons worth of bones.
Of these blue bones.
Blue bones. So that's entirely different from blue balls.
Yes.
Can I identify some of the bones or some of the glowing bones as well?
Yeah, I think you had one identify slot left in that hour, so you would identify the bones as actually, at this point, being effectively made up of mostly Kyber Dragon Shard.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit.
Oh, so we could... Oh.
But, I mean, they're not pure. It seems like some of them are pure, some of them are not. The one you found was roughly 80% Dragon Shard.
We can gather them all. Let's gather all. I'm gonna ritual cast Detect Magic again, and then just like try and gather all of them. I mean, wait, can I see them without discern them without casting Detect Magic?
Yes, they're glowing faintly blue to everyone because they're more crystalline than bone, really.
Gotcha. Okay, and then I guess like let's just put them all in a pile in the center of the room, and then we can refine them later.
All right.
I mean, if this is going to be our territory, our home base for a while, then we have plenty of time to take care of this.
Or eventually we could bind something to the bones and automate them.
Whatever works.
Yes.
I like these ideas.
Yeah, that's a lot of good ideas. Let's find out how the fuck this thing works first before we start throwing magical fuel on it. Does anyone else?
We're not doing it yet. It's
I was gonna say throwing magical fuel on a potential magical bonfire just to see what it does. I'm not the biggest fan of that.
Oh yeah, no, definitely not.
You shouldn't
We
grow up in
definitely
central
need to have-
Pennsylvania.
More research.
I would
done
like to point
before.
out that this is basically a magical bonfire, and you want to throw fuel on the bonfire.
Oh no.
With
This
no indication of what it does. This is just stupid. This is stupid.
We're not throwing fuel on the bonfire now. I'm saying we should research towards those
Also-
ends.
I would actually like those Kyber Dragon shards. I have use for them.
Like what?
I can make hammers.
Oh,
Out of
I-
dragon shards?
Yeah,
huh?
I can make magical hammers that make things with you. They speed up the crafting process, and they require a Kyber Dragon shard per hammer.
Perfect.
Nice.
Yes,
That-
it's
This
that's
place is a gold
good
mine
idea.
for you.
Round behind.
it's incredibly efficient. Actually, it's almost game breaking. They would say.
Maybe I can try and make something with these dragon shards as well. I have some smithing skills as well. I don't know if you knew that,
Or
Dross.
you can assist with the.
Yes, Garrick, I did know that you are an artificer. I can see it plainly.
Oh.
You
Yeah.
you made a mechanical dog.
Yeah, I guess that would be kind of obvious, wouldn't it?
Yes. Yes,
My bad.
it's around all the time.
Did I do that?
Did I do that?
I do that?
Made a terrible mistake.
I know. Oh, God.
And on that note, we will end the episode there because it is 9 p.m. That seems like
Oh,
a perfect
dang.
place to end.
Totally flawless.
Let's all agree to never do that shit again.
Yeah. So you guys got a bunch of stuff identified. You fought Big Skeleton Bro and his gas, really. Yeah, you got a bunch of stuff. So we'll pick up from there next time.
Episode 16, The Urkel Chronicles.
Yes.
Episode 16. Maybe we'll finally leave the dungeon.
It has to be
Songs
named. Did I do
with
that?
Scary
Yeah.
skeletons. Come on,
That's
guys.
that's already settled. Yeah. Okay.
Episode 16, They Don't Leave the Dungeon.
That's tempting too.
You
But
can't tell
Episode
them
16.
That's a spoiler.
One room of progress.
yes. All right. Thank you guys
Hey.
for joining me tonight. I hope you had fun, and I'll see you
Yeah,
later.
Thank
sometimes
you.
only one room of progress happens.
Thanks so much.